back to Sew Aldo. On today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how I made this dress without using any sewing patterns. So this is going to be another thrift store find makeover. So if you want to see how I did it, keep on watching.
The first thing I will do is unpick the waistband. This skirt has an interfacing on the waistband and it also has some elastic. So I'm gonna have to remove it because I don't want to trim it off because I want the dress or the skirt to be as long as I can get it. And then after that, I am going to press the fabric so it lays flat, so it'll be much easier for me to work with it. And then I am going to seam rip the side seams to make an armholes for the dress. Shoulder down is going to be 9 inches. I will repeat the same step on the other side seam, and the measurement of the armholes will vary depending on the size of your arms. Here I'm just going to cut out a back neckline. I'm going to cut the shoulder on a slope just because our shoulders are not straight. Then I'll go ahead and trim off the excess fabric. Now I'm going to be working on the front neckline. So as you can see, this is the placket right here, and I'm just going to trace a V-neck. You can do any neckline that you want. I decided to do a V-neck just because I really like V-neck. And I'm also going to slope the shoulders. I'll use this as my template for the other front piece of the dress. I simply match the plackets and I'm just going to trace it or use it as my template. The next step is I am going to add a fusible interfacing. It will just help the fabric to not stretch and it will just hold its shape better. The fabric is so soft. I want to stabilize it so it doesn't stretch out. So I just follow the manufacturer instruction on how to fuse it on the fabric, and I also cut about 1/2 inch and I just place it on the neckline and the shoulders as well. On the back neckline, I just did 2 rows of stay stitch. Now it's time to join the shoulder seams, and I am doing 1/2 inch seam allowance, and then I'm also going to serge it. To finish the neckline, I am simply going to fold it under and I'm going to do a top stitch. I tried on the dress and it was way too baggy, so I decided to give it some shaping by taking in the side seams. I will just use some pins as my markers, but you can use a chalk. And then I am going to base stitch it so I can try it on, and then if I'm not happy with the way it fits, I can easily adjust it. So needless to say, I actually tried it on quite a few times until I was satisfied. And now I am going to trim off the excess fabrics on the side seam. And then I'm just going to sew a straight stitch, and then I'm also going to serge the raw edges. So the front of the dress looks really nice, but the back was still a little baggy, so I put it on my mannequin and I just kind of follow where it naturally draped, and then I put pins on it. So I made about 6 pleats. And then I'm going to top stitch it, and it's about 2 inches long. After I finish one pleat, I just move on to the next. It's very easy. The dress was still a little short for my liking. I decided to add some embellishment. I actually found this in my trim stash. It adds some sort of bohemian feel to the dress. I understand that not all my viewers are short like me. If you want to recreate this project, you can turn it into a blouse instead.
So that's it, you guys, and I hope you liked this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, why not subscribe to my channel and join the Sew Aldo fam. And hit the notification bell so you will get notified whenever I post a new one. I will see you next time. Bye!